Hello to my book lovers and welcome if you're new. Hello, my name is Christina and I like to read books. Today is Wednesday and today's video is books I have in my book collection that I have not read but need to read eventually. I will get to them. I've already picked out my TBR for next year for the month of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, October, December. I've picked out December books for this year for next month as well. So let's get into this video, and I will not gonna read the back of the books because it take a billion years long. But I'm going to tell you the name of the book and the author. If I pronounce the names right, if I slaughter the names, I'm sorry. You might be better at it. Start with the first one by Christian Higgins, Always the Last to Know. Cannot wait to read this book. Some of these have small print, some of them have large print. I like the white paper and the large print is so good. This one is by A.J. Russell. It's called Calling God. I have started this book already, somewhat, because you can see some of the things highlighted in this book and that I have been going through. I have Karen Rose, and it's called Monsters in the Closet. I wanted to read this October. It was one of the books I was hoping to pick, but I didn't pick it because I do have a TBR jar, and it's numbered 1 to 20. So I don't read 20 books a month. I read 5 books a month. I read 3 books out of my book collection. And then I take and get a book from the library, and then I pick a book from that I have wrapped up. That is what I'm going to start doing next year. But what I was going to do next year. Now, but I changed it. That's how it used to be. Now I pick 5 books that I read from my book collection. 1 from the library, and I do 1 and I pick it from there. But it's going to be hard. Really hard. Agatha Christie, and then there were none. I've heard so many people talk about this book. I've never heard, don't think I've heard, but I've seen one person that talked about Monsters in the Closet. And she saw the book at Barnes & Noble, so I picked it up. These books, most of these books you see me come from my local library or a resale shop. And I'm actually thinking of asking my husband if we can go to a resale shop this weekend because there's some things I want to pick up. But I wanted this book too, but I couldn't get it. And a good friend of mine, Rebecca, I give her books that I read that I don't like. I will post on Facebook under my books I have, and I will capitalize R and R and see she wants the books. Naked in Death by J.D. Robb. Then I have Little Eve. I so want to read this book so bad. I think this might be a book series book. I'm not for sure. Carolina Ward. Any of these books, you know there's a sequel to the book. Let me know. This is a black author, Once in a Blue Moon. Now, I have read a couple of other black author books, and they're good. I don't care what color, what shape, I don't care what religion you are, I'm going to read the book. Because I am a book reader, and that's me. This one I bought at my local library. Whoever had this book last gave it a 3.7 stars. And it's by Joan Beauer, and it's called Almost Home. The cover's what gave it away. A puppy. Then, of course, we have 90 Minutes in Heaven. I have read this book, and it got put in this. When I was doing this book, I grabbed it, forgot all about that. I have read this book. Then I have this book here. This is actually a Netflix inspiration for it's a Netflix series, Shirley Jackson. and it's The Haunting of the Hill House. This is a Netflix series. I did not know that. It's a Netflix series, but I think there's more of these books. I'm not sure, but I'd like to get them all. Then a friend of mine has these books, and she actually got two of book three. This is book three, and she got two of them by Lynn Austin. The Strength of His Hands. They sent her two copies, and she actually gave me this one for my birthday. Yay, me. Then this one is a book series book. I know it's The City of Ember. This is the first book of the Ember series, and I really can't wait to read this book. It's supposed to be good, and I cannot wait to read it at all. Your noise in the background, it's my dog. So the next book I have here is by Karen Slaughter, and it's Girl Forgotten. I was hoping to grab this book and read it. I can't wait to read these books. Like I said, some of these books, like if I'm done with all the books in my TBR for that month, I can grab on this shelf over here, I can grab a book and just start reading. So I'll probably start with like one section. Okay, I'm going to read this one and go down. And if I read it, now I have another bookshelf over here. That books that I do read, I have in a drawer over here that I put them in. But there's a lot that I read, but some of them is from the library as well. Lucy Foley, The Book of Lost and Found. I definitely want to read this. If I don't like a book, I usually post it on, like I said, on my Facebook page, and I put capital RR for my friend Rebecca Reese. And if she wants the book, she'll say yes to me. And if she don't want it, she don't say nothing. Then I take that book and go to my local library, and I give it to my local library, or I go into a resale shop and I put the book in, or I put it in donation. I don't go to a resale shop. Well, I give it to it, but it's for donation. This one, I don't know if this is a book series or not. Tara Randall's is called Lady in the Attic. It's a special edition, so I don't know if it's more to this book or not. The only way I can really find out is if I go on Goodreads. Goodreads usually tells you if there's more books in that series. This one everybody has talked about. Everybody has probably read it but me. I'll get around to it, and it's The Red Queen. I want to get the other two books in this series and read it because I really do. You got Red Queen, Class Swords. There's another one here called The Queen's Song and Steel Scars. But I know there's 3 in this book series, so I want to get them and read them as well. The next one I have is by Julie James, Things About Love. I think this is like a love romantic book, but it's also a mystery because of the lollipop with the heel. The next one, I've heard some people talk about this one, but not a lot. The Truth Won't Let Her Go. And it's by Tess Shape. It's called Far From You. I've seen a lot of people read this book, but I haven't heard a lot of people say if it's good or not. So, the next one I have is by Simone St. James, and it's called Broken Girls. Somebody hauled this book recently, and I forget who it was. I don't even know if I even subscribed to their channel, but I was watching book haul videos, and she got it and started talking about it, and it's supposed to be a good book. Then we have this book here by Erica James, and it's called Love and Devotion. I've seen this book on Goodreads as well, and I was like, wait a minute. I think I put this on my Goodreads to read, and I was like, I think that book is at my library. So I took off, went to my library, and there it was, and I got the book. 25 cents for this book. 25 cents. Then I have, this is a book series This is book 1 of the Ludicrous Lotus or Ludicrous Chronicles, and it's Winds of Evil. Winds of Evil. So, and on the back of it, it says, imagine returning to your home to find it infested with demons. Woo. And then we have this one here, which is by Luna Loopman, Life Sentences. And this one, I've never heard anybody talk about this book, but I thought it might have been good to read by Ava. It's called Catch You Later, Trader. Is it Trader? Trade, T-R, Tutor? Trader or Tutor? And then I have this one here called Blood Orange. And that one's by Duval Campbell. This book here, my husband bought me, and it's called Chasing the Dead by Joe Schwartzberg. However, I'm sorry if I'm chopping your name wrong, but he thought I was going to read this during this month of October, the month of October. I really wanted to read it, but didn't get a chance to it. And another book I saw at my local library and bought it. It is called Killing Jesus, The Unknown Conspiracy Behind the World's Most Famous Education by Stephen Manfield. So I definitely want to read that one as well. Whew. Alright, here we go. Some more. We got Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I've read this book already, but I had it back out for the month of October to read it again. The movie was awesome as well. The Truth and Lies and Other Novels. Then we have Christian Hannon, The Fourth Winds. We have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. We have People Missing in the Woods by Stephen Young. We have Horrible Globe, who in the book Don't Let Go. The author is Horrible Globe. This is New York best-selling author, Don't Let Go. Then we have these two books here. Now, I did get the first one in the animated, but it goes to my daughter-in-law. We have the last two books. We have After Ever Happy by Ann Todd. And then we have this one here, Before by Ann Todd. And I definitely want to get more of these books. The rest of them, we have Gillian Fannin in Dark Places. If you've ever read the book Gone Girl, which I have read, I've seen the movie Gone Girl. This is supposed to be a good one. For next month's read, I have Sharp Objects by this author, and she is a very, very good author. Then we have The Last Mrs. Parrish. Then I have this book here called Cities of 1,000 Dolls. And this one's at the library, and I would like to buy it for my good friend Rebecca, Grace, and Flurry. I would like it to be a book that me and her can read together and see what we like about it and how we actually like that book. Taking forever for this video. The next one I have A Coffin for Demetrius. Then I have by Billy Letts, Where the Heart Is. This movie was good. She is pregnant. She ends up having her baby in Walmart. That's a good book. Leona in the Morning Light by Michael Carter. So many people, I've had this book since 2022 and have not read it. I need to start going through my books, and if they say 2022, I need to start reading them. And then I have Miss Fortune Cookie. I believe I might have read this book. I think I have. Yeah, I did read this book because I gave it a 3 stars. So I have read this book. I gave it 3 stars. Then we have this one, Lindsay's Quest. I got this book in 2022. Then we have this one, I believe I read as well, Residence. Yes, I did. I gave it 3 stars. It's another book that I have read that I had given stars. We have by Marcus Zolak, The Book Thief. The movie, I didn't even know there was a movie out called The Book Thief, and I watched the movie, and it was really good, and the book is going to be good. I just have not read it yet. And this one by Anne L. Martin, The Corner of the Universe. I really definitely love the cover of this book, and then it had a silver token coin on it, and I want to read that book too. Jode Tanner, How Not to Date a Pop Star. Nobody's ever talked about this book, and I think it's going to be a really good book to read. Then we have Heidi Hostler, The Inheritance. The Inheritance. I think this too is a Inlet Beach novel. I think this is a book series as well. Then we have All That You Left Behind by Erin Lee Carter. How about this book at Dollar Tree for $1? And then we got Marley and Me. I got this book. I've had this book for a very, very long time. A very long time. Then we have Dear Mrs. Lonely Heart. We have Pop Tart. I'm almost done. Then we got Lisa Scotland, Think Twice. Okay, we got 3 more to go. This one is by Patrick Ness. The Rest of Us Just Live Here. We have The Naked Truth by Marilyn Brown. This author, I believe, is also a Black author that wrote this book, and I cannot wait to read it. And then we have this one, Alice McDorton, and it's called After This. Not wait to read that one either. So that is it for all these books that I need to read, that I have not read, that I still have on my list to read. Not every one of these books is in my Goodreads at all, because I don't put all of them in there. I have some that's not in there right now that I need to put in there. When time comes, I will put them in there. So I hope you enjoy this, and until next time, I love you guys and hope you have a wonderful, blessed Wednesday. Stay tuned because I am going to be leaving here at 11 o'clock to go to my local library and see if I can find some new good books. Till next time. Bye, guys.